Hello, folks. Welcome. And possibly a miracle has happened. I'm going to check with Roddy. Can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I hope you guys can all hear. It's going to be a fun one. We've spent the last 20 minutes in the boiling heat with. Well, we haven't. Roddy's been feverishly hacking into the main servers, trying to get the sound working. So, give us a little thumbs up if you can hear things. Hey, Billy. Hey, Andy. Hello, everybody. Oh, Alan's here as well. Hey, Alan. Wow. A lovely night in Aberdeen. That is rare that happens. This is great news. Send us a little message. I've watched all the TV presenters. What they do at this point is say where they're from. So live in the boom room. Great. Good. We're all sounding well. Good. Well, we'll kick things off shortly, but we've got our special guest, Eric, who is in the wings. So the history of Bankable has been. It's had a short but glorious history. Eric came to us a while ago. We'll get onto that. And he brought us a phenomenal trick that fooled the hell out of both me and Roddy. And we instantly loved it. And then brought it to Blackpool. And it was an absolute monster. Like, we knew that people would love it, but it was absolutely insane. And since then, we've had hundreds and hundreds of emails and messages talking, saying, when can we get it? When can we get it? Tuning in from Tropical Western Supermare, of course, beautiful. Rodders is here. Wow. Well, hello, Rodders. Rodders has got to be nice to me for the next hour because he knows I'm deeply uncomfortable. Tam's here as well. TTB royalty. Wow. Local pub quiz. Brilliant. Wonderful. All right. So shortly we're going to bring Eric in. Roddy, have you got any thoughts? You're mainly thinking, I was very hot and stressed until about 2 minutes ago. I've got no thoughts.
Yeah, no, I'm currently trying to lower my blood pressure. That's my main concern at the moment. 8 seconds before we started, it suddenly burst into life. so there you go. Right.
So I think we're going to do our big build-up for our special guest. Then we're going to introduce Eric. So let's do that now. A big round of applause wherever you are in the world for our special guest at this time, Mr. Eric Stevens.
Woo! Hello.
Oh, that's right.
This way. Wow. No, anyway.
You're over here.
This guy, that guy there. This is what we're going to do.
Beautiful.
If you need someone with their hand there so that I can reach in and tap you on the shoulder.
Just come thought of that. Wait, Ronnie, let's shake hands.
Sorry, this way.
This is beautiful. Yeah. That's like and subscribe, folks. Like and subscribe. No, that is
more quality content.
Hey, give Roddy give Eric a high five.
Yeah, Yay!
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Anyway, so welcome, Eric.
Welcome.
Our genius creator who was came to us with this wonderful trick. So will we talk about that first? About,
no, I think what we're going to do is we're going to, because these guys, it is roasting. I assume everyone is roasting because everyone in the UK is boiling. But I'm looking at Eric in his jacket, and that's making me even warmer now. But we are going to roll this trailer in a moment. So I'm going to do in fact, Eric, you can do the introduction for the trailer for your amazing trick.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official trailer for Bankable.
Is it the best version, and did it get me squealing like a little schoolgirl? Absolutely. If anyone does Bank Night, then throw your Bank Night in the bin and pick up that one.
My name is Eric Stevens, and this is my brand new project, Bankable. It's the fastest, fairest, and most direct bank night routine, well, ever. You offer your participant a choice of one of 4 brightly colored envelopes. You explain that each one of the envelopes contains a special prize. I have 4 envelopes here of very bright colors. Here's the idea. Each one of these envelopes contains a prize. They're all really good, but only one is like, well, it's just a little bit better than all the others, and I want you to win it. So I'm going to try and psychologically influence you to pick it. Now, I'm not going to just tell you what it is straight up because that's no fun, but I am going to give you a shot, okay? So you take a second, and when you're ready, you tell me the color that feels right to you. I'll take what's left. Now, no matter what they choose, you'll open it to reveal a card that says, give the magician a high five. Which one? Purple one. You're absolutely certain. No last minute switchy?
Which colour would you like? The light blue, that's the best one, that's the winner. It's the winner. Let's see, what did you win? Check it out. It's
Give Eric a high five.
Give me a high five, yeah!
Hell yeah, Rob. That's when you turn the tables and the envelopes around to reveal. But here's the thing though, I didn't give you all the information. See, all these envelopes, they have these little windows in them. I don't know if you saw that. I'll show you what I was looking at. But I mean, I'm pretty happy with a high five, are you? Because let's be honest, you know, money can't buy happiness. I really did try though, man. I'm so sorry.
Money can't buy happiness, right? Yeah, so you got to pick the best prize.
Money can't buy happiness, man. And that's when you hit them with the second high five.
Do you want another shot? Yes. Would you like another go?
Yeah. Bankable never makes you feel like you're screwed over because it's a celebration. You can play it in a minute for laughs. There are no flaps to break, no arts and crafts. This is a 100-mile-per-hour fast and funny miracle. With brightly colored Tyvek envelopes, dry wipe index cards that are completely customizable. Now they come in pounds, euros, and dollars. But if you're using a different currency, it just takes 2 minutes to change the gimmick into anything you want. If you want an incredibly easy, fast-paced, high-impact mind-reading trick that has guaranteed laughs built right in, you need Bankable.
Boom!
Ooh.
It is out there. It is out there. That has been a long journey. Well, viewers at home don't know that the last 3 minutes these two have been. No, they haven't. But I'd like to pretend that they've just been pretending to high five each other for a very long time. So yeah, thank you very much to Darren, who is our first person who picked up Bankable. So thanks, Darren, for that as well. Thank you all. I can feel my watch vibrating. It was a very pleasant feeling. So thank you all for the support. It's been a ferocious effort to get this ready. And it's brilliant. If you guys got any questions, ding them over. Hey Ash has bought it. We've got who else? We got Darren wants it. Of course you do. Darren loves a new trick. Hello, Darren Rotherham. Lots of good stuff. Yeah, send in your messages, and between me and Roddy, we'll try and read them out as much as possible. But as we all know, I'm legally blind, so and we're not as slick as Alakazam.
Yeah. Oh no, that's what's going on here. Let's see. Yeah, we've had a lot of people jumping in there before the trailer was
Hey,
even
Dom.
over. You're excellent taste, every one of.
Oh, sorry, Roddy.
I was just saying, let's see, hello, Mike from San Francisco, of all places. I'm sure we have someone from New Zealand. I just saw that a minute ago. Andy from New Zealand, and
Wow.
Dubblehorn, another San
Yes.
Francisco dude.
Question from Andy: Are the envelopes paper or Tyvek? They are Tyvek because so yeah, we'll get into this, but we've got the Tyvek envelopes, and it is a dry wipe cards as well, so you can write whatever you want in there. The three of us love the high five because, as well as the fun, it's a 1, 2, 3 punch. Really, the trick. First thing is the light joke of, oh, you won the star prize, the high five. The second thing is then you're into the sort of the second part, which is the magical reveal, and then the third thing is a gag at the end. Obviously, you can write whatever you want, though. You can absolutely write whatever you want, and there are fun things you can do. I'm sure you guys will come up with lots of great things. But so, yeah, no, lots of fun stuff. So shortly, if anyone did miss the trailer, we're going to have a live performance, which Roddy knows nothing about. Eric's going to be doing a live performance. We're going to get a guest in. So if someone hasn't seen the trick and don't know exactly what's going on, in fact, maybe now, the first person who hasn't seen the trailer, because I don't want to ruin the gag, if you haven't seen the trailer and you want to have a live performance done by the incredible Eric Stevens, send an email to info@tricktrickboom.com and he will be ready to receive you. So send an email and I will get you a link sent across to join us in the Boom show, which we're experimenting with, find out if it works. So we'll wait for that first email. Hopefully that'll come through.
My wife is just messaging me. She's out kayaking. She's not kayaking. She's out with my son at kayaking.
Oh,
and she
yeah.
just messaged saying, Roddy, we have 1 million spotlights in that room and you're in the dark. Am I better lit now? I've put some of them on. I must be better lit now.
That wasn't
well done.
A message for Claire. That wasn't the biggest problem before. There was nearly no sound for him at all. So it's there we go. And now it's a bit too bright.
That's too bright now.
Yes, Kevin. We will be playing it again later, the trailer later on. But we'll shortly, in a few minutes, hopefully have a live performance in a moment. Because one of the great things about Bankable is the ability to be able to perform it in a video sort of show. I know, Zoom shows aren't the thing that they were, but still plenty of people doing online shows. And one of the things I definitely do is have a little quick chat with clients where I say, jump on Teams or Zoom or something similar. I'll show you something really quickly. And the great thing with Bankable is it can just be a 1-minute trick. Darren, the envelopes are Tyvek. David's picked it up. So thank you very much for your support. Thank you all for your support. It's been a ferocious sort of time getting this ready because there's been so much demand and excitement.
And we've had a nice comment there from David Mead.
Oh, David's a hero.
Yeah, this effect is such a cracker worker, easy filling, and a genuine step forward for the premise. I bought all 3 currencies. Oh, wow. Excellent.
David is a busy boy. Normally, I would take the piss out of most people, but he's someone who might have gigs for me, so I'm going to be very nice. So yes, we have got units in the US right now. So when you get to the drop down, we'll cover this later on, but when you get to the drop down, it will say, do you want dollars, pounds, or euros? I'm going to assume that will cover a lot of people, but I know it won't cover everybody. If it doesn't, here's some great news. It's really easy to change the gimmick. It's going to take you 60 seconds to 2 minutes if you go slow. So no skill. You haven't got to get the craft knife out and the glue pen. No X-Acto. It's very simple to do it. We go. I'm just going to check in with Nikki on tech support. Have we had any emails in anyone who hasn't seen the trailer? Nothing yet. All right. Well, if anyone does want to see a live performance, info@tricktrickboom.com. If you haven't seen the trailer, email in and we'll bring you in. You can be a live person. We'll do our best anyway. Who knows? We'll give it a go.
I would like to apologize for anyone that when you watch the trailer, if it seems like I was yelling in it, it's because I was. I was on Fremont Street, which is insanely loud, and I forget I have a mic, which allowed me to speak normally, but I was trying to compensate for the ridiculous amount of sound and lights and everything happening around us. It was quite overwhelming. So if I'm just like, this is what's happening at the track, it's it's not. I was excited,
You just
but
had
I
so
wasn't
much
that
excitement.
excited.
It's had so much excitement.
He
No,
couldn't
it's great.
contain himself.
Really into it.
No, it was.
So
You did a
here's Ian
phenomenal job.
Bailey is here as well. Our absolute hero, Ian Bailey. Wonderful
Ah.
creator and all-round lovely guy.
Look, Ian,
He
we'll
loves
call
it
this
as
your
well.
lunch break. We'll call this your lunch break, Ian, because you've got plenty of things to be 3D printing for us. Darren said Fremont Street is awesome. I will agree it is awesome, but you didn't see the original footage of Eric screaming, and you couldn't hear anything at all. A miracle has happened to get the audio out, and thankfully Eric was screaming because it was a tough one.
So that's the thing. It's like when you use the software to take all the noise out, then all that's left is Eric screaming. I
It
did
sounds like
think you were
Eric
shouting
Meadow on the processed audio. Steve's here as well. Hello, Mr. Steve Faulkner, Magic Royalty.
Oh.
Again,
Steve had I don't know if you guys watched Steve's brief video that he made on new things he was going to put into his act, but Bankable was one of them. He said some very nice things, and then he made a video, I think the next day, being like, yeah, I wasn't able to do any of that stuff. So hopefully he is able to use Bankable at some point soon.
he will. Abra's here as well. I'm going to go. Abra, who is our brilliant editor, and again, he is part of the TTB Extended Universe and is an absolute hero, and he did brilliant stuff for me and Roddy. So, Abra, I will be sending you a message later on because I've got another thing for you to do, but this isn't the right forum for that. But it is
honestly,
true.
No one gets a day off with Noel. Honestly, he is a hard taskmaster. It's all pleasantries, but really, it's like, so yeah, forget about that. Haven't you got some work to do?
True.
We all.
What have we got? Any questions here? Yes, the envelopes definitely are Tyvek. They definitely are Tyvek, and the cards are dry wipe. So you can change it out. You can change the banknotes out. You can change what it says on the card. I mean, I can't see myself ever changing from the high five gag because I love that gag, but you could write anything. If you were doing a trade show or a gig or something like that, you could say, congratulations, you've won a miniature bottle of Dettol. I don't know, and they're pleased about the whole thing. And a little sample of the produce. You go, I'm so pleased because some people are money motivated. They've still won, and you still get to do it as a custom little thing, and then you get to flash the 50s or the $100 or whichever one you've got.
Right. And actually, while we've been talking, I was just going to say, while we've been talking, I thought of another way you could use Bankable that we didn't talk about in the tutorial.
Oh, go on.
So you could, if you want, tell them to pick 3 envelopes. And they all say, I knew you'd choose this one. Which is, you get a silly gag and you get it 3 times in a row, and the only one that you didn't choose has the cash in it. You could do that if you wanted.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. That's good fun. The other thing you can do, which we didn't include. Sorry, Eric. I did what I promised I wouldn't do, which is talk over you.
No, I was just saying, I don't think it's as good as our regular presentation, but I just wanted to give that as an option to people if they want to.
Yeah. I like that. I think it's good that you get to do the gag. It feels like they know where it's going by the time you get to the third envelope. So to reveal that the only one they didn't pick has money is great too. But I'm with you. I like the original presentation. And yes, David says the colours do look great. They are lovely and bright. Very eye-catching. We didn't just do them for
no reason. They were chosen for a specific reason.
Wow, I spent so much time working out the colours here. So I had currency, I had euros, and dollars and obviously UK cash. And I bought a big stack of coloured paper and just went through trying all different combinations to find something that the note would stand out on for every currency. And these are the colours we arrived at, so they've been scientifically selected, not just at random.
No, it's beautiful. It's good.
Sorry.
No, go on, Eric. It's fine. Hey, listen, you're the VIP. Me and Roddy will be back another day.
Don't worry, Rick.
no,
Rick,
I was just saying
I saw Rick Relic
awesome.
just commented there. And yeah, Rick, don't worry, we'll sort that out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eric, go on. We have a time delay, everyone.
No,
That's why we're a bit.
No, I was just saying it's good. Like that's really awesome because all the behind the scenes work people don't see.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So very, very scientific process of working out and just getting the right shade for each colour that would let the notes sort of absolutely pop on the other side. Because that's that. Yeah, the speed of this routine to be able to just show it like this, and it registers immediately. That's why the colours were so important, which was a great idea from Noel. But yeah, we'll get into that. He is leading this conversation. So back to you, Noel.
I'm going to answer Alan's question. Hello, Alan, as well. I haven't seen him in ages. Reset? Yes, the reset is lightning quick. 2-second reset. 2-second reset, and then you're off to the after the races. So I mean, yeah, a quick sort of. You can reset on the way to the next table. You can just turn your back for 1-2 seconds, and then you're off to the races again. Because the truth is, for me, you can do this however you like. Like Eric talked about in the trailer, but you can do it as the in 1 minute for laughs, or if your vibe is that you're the cool mind reader, absolutely you can do it. You can go heavy on the serious mind reading, and you can probably get. I mean, mind readers can get any amount of time, 8, 12, 15 minutes. You can get, they've never shut up. But so you can do it in 1 minute, or you can play it for a few minutes as a more serious thing. But for me, it's an opener. It's an absolute. I am a magician who does mind reading occasionally. I have no passion for it, but I bloody love an opener. We all need. If you are a paid professional magician, or even if you're an amateur and they're just having fun in the pub. Fun things that get people laughing and that show that you're a fun guy who loves magic and mind reading, then, oh my God, this is such a good idea as an opener. It's visual. Even if you are in the kind of hellish, loud environment of Eric doing it in Fremont Street, people can quickly deduce. If you hold 4 things towards them, even if they can't hear you at all, and you're just gesturing of, even if they can't really hear you, they understand that one of them should be chosen. You pull it out. You point to what it says because it's written down. They read it in their mind. The whole thing will work pretty much without audio at all. You're straight into the gag you probably want them to hear at the end. But other than that, it's very easy. But as an opener, for me, that's what I've been using it for the last 6 months, and it's a phenomenal opener.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So we're all waiting for someone else to talk. So will we talk a little bit about the envelopes a little bit?
Yeah.
About the evolution of it.
Yeah, so absolutely. Yeah.
When Eric showed us, he's probably got the original ones right there. He probably has them in his wallet and carries them at all times. Little manila envelopes, really nice. And we started with those. And because I wanted something nice and bright that would go well against British currency, yeah, lovely. And I went for the yellow just to make them stand out. And then Noel suggested, let's just make them different colours, all different. And this was after I had tried to get the perfect kind of yellow so it would stand out. And then we ended up with these after, like I say, a lot of experimenting. But, the first time Eric showed us it, I was like, instantly I thought, well, it's got to be some kind of flap or some sort of, I know Eric has clever gimmicks. I thought there's got to be some sort of clever gimmick, and it is, but not in the way that you'd normally think with magnets and string and flap and dental dam and stuff. It's just, that's what really drew me to it, was the method. When I saw the method, there's something about just such a clean, easy method that resets and needs no work from the magician. It does all the work for you. So the method, when you see it, you'll just go, why didn't I think of that?
It's a grown-up method. That's what I think of it as.
Exactly.
When you're new to Magic, and I love Michael Chatelain and all those other guys who make and Eric does beautiful, sexy movie cards and flippy, flappy things. But the great thing with this is it's the simplicity, which will just give you that warm feeling.
Exactly, and there's an element of psychology in there that makes that simplicity just work. You know, it's this everything about the routine that you built, Eric, is what it just kind of it just works, right? There's nothing that you need to worry about. You know, when you told me the method, I thought, all right. I think my first thought was, first of all, why didn't I think of that? Which is the mark of all the best ideas, right? And then I thought, oh God, are people going to know? I'm a bit worried now because I know the secret. Are they going to know the secret? And then I have to keep reminding myself, because I know the secret now, they don't. And I've not stopped using it since. Every single week in my residency, I'm doing it at least half a dozen times. Because, as Noel said, using this as an opener, as an icebreaker, it gives you the chance to gauge the table and the people that are going to engage with you. And even if it's a light laugh, it helps people relax a little bit, and no one feels cheated at the end of it. That second high five, which it was Noel's idea as well. You know, we were doing the high five thing, and I said to him after a gig, I was like, I did it to a guy. And in fact, I think it happened twice that evening that someone had said to me, "Can I have another go?" Like after that was their sort of joke, and I laughed, and yeah, they got to have a joke as well. And when I said it to Noel, he said, "You should have just given him another high five." And we were like, instantly, I felt like the trick was complete.
Eric,
Totally.
what was in your head when you came up with the routine? Were you looking for a bank night? What was going on in your head?
No, so the original idea came from an entirely different effect. So the idea that I wanted to have was for a show where there were 6 envelopes in a row with their backs. So if there were windows, but the audience doesn't know that yet, right? The windows are towards you and the backs are towards them, and they're all numbered. And the idea is that the audience a member of the audience would select an envelope, a number, but that number could change the whole course of the show. And then when we get to the end, whatever that last number was is what would be selected, and that would be a revelation of some kind connected to the show, whilst the rest of the envelopes had other things in them that weren't related at all. And so I came up with a method for that, and then realized, oh, I could just do this as like a bank night, but without any of the having to open it up and show everybody and open and show everybody and open and show everybody. Because the thing is, and Craig and Lloyd talked about this in the beginning, you know, in the clip that we took, where, you know, I'm a worker. All 3 of us are workers, right? And anyone who is a worker that uses this, or they don't have to use this necessarily, but that you all know that we don't have that kind of time, right? We just have to get through our set, make sure that we entertain, satisfy, move on to the next table, next group, whatever it is. So that having the window solves that problem, right? So I realized that very quickly, and so I went, oh, I don't need 6 envelopes, I just need like 3 seems good. And of course we had the conversation talking about, well, for our purposes as a product, 3 is not enough, 5 is too many, 4 is a really nice balance, and I'm really glad we kept it at 4. Now, like you saw, I still have the originals in my wallet. Obviously, I use the product now, but if for whatever reason I forget this at home or I don't have it, I've always got those in my wallet that I can use. And as you saw, they don't even have flaps on them anymore because I would use them in every single gig, and they stay in my wallet forever. But the point is, that's where it came from. It is entirely different.
I've had my flaps worn off as well.
We're going to get taken off YouTube. That's what's going to happen to Roddy. So we're going to get in trouble. No, it's so shortly.
So,
go on.
Sorry, I was just saying that Ian Bailey had said that he puts different denominations and has a 5, a 10, a 20, a 50, so he can sort of reveal them. And that's what Eric did originally, right? You had different currency in yours, different values. Yeah. See, great minds think alike.
So Marcus has asked about the colours. So yeah, obviously the original started off with Eric with the plain manila envelopes, but yeah, the product is the coloured envelopes. Tyvek hardware, and they're not going to rip, they're not going to tear. They're a great size. They're not so big as to take up too much space, but visibility. The great thing is, I mean, I've done this in parlour shows. I think probably an audience of certainly 30 or 40 people. Street shows, I'm not going to say it's a stage routine, but you certainly can, up to close up to parlour, decent sized parlour. You can absolutely do this because you can see that, and we are pre-programmed to recognise money. So you see that, and you go, you'll be able to see that money, especially with the contrast that Roddy's very happy with his contrasting envelopes. But it's true, when that money gets flashed at the end, you will get a big old laugh. And people have asked about examinability as well. So this routine isn't about that, right? So the short answer is no, you can't give them the envelopes. But we're not doing a scientific, heavy-duty mind-reading trick here. This trick is a sprint. It's 100 mile an hour, funny trick. So what you would do,
and they are seeing everything at the end anyway.
Yeah,
they're seeing everything, and as you'll see as the routine goes through, and you take the card out of the envelope to show them, you can show the envelope's empty. Everything is assumed in the routine anyway. I've never once out of, I don't know how many 100 times I've done this over the last year, I've never once had somebody say, hey, let me check those envelopes out, or do you know what I mean? Well, they know it's in it, 150 quid. Of course I'm not going to give you that. You got the high five, remember? You've got nowhere that you...
The joke is there. It's, at the conclusion of the routine, you are saying, I'm so excited. And then for me, so normally in a magic trick, you get to the big moment, the prestige, as they said in that movie, like no magician has ever said. But the prestige at the end of the moment is you would say, this is, let's have a look at what's happened. And you do a color changing deck or similar. Hold on, I'm going to answer a question. Join late, reset in 2 seconds, just put in the high five away. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's a 2-second reset. Sorry. So the moment at the end when you are flashing those notes, it's not to be an eggy magic moment. Like, let's say you're doing color changing deck. You'd be like, boom, spread them out. Have a look. Look, all of these cards have changed. This isn't that trick. It's, you could have, I'm so pleased you didn't want the money. And you flash them. In fact, I think there's more power in being almost going straight to the inside jacket pocket. Like, I'm so pleased you're not money motivated. Don't even look at them. Let them see the notes. And then you go straight to the inside jacket pocket or jeans pocket.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If I may, I just had a thought for how, because obviously the delay is making this a little tough. How about when we're done speaking, we just sort of make a little gesture like this to be like, I'm done. And then that will help us avoid talking over each other. Sound good?
Yes, it sounds good. I will immediately forget that.
No, I love this. I love this very, very much. And, I've done it thousands of times. I really have. It's just, or at least it feels like it. Hundreds, certainly. But it feels a lot is what I'm trying to say. I've done this a lot. And not once has anyone ever asked to look at the envelopes. And, for anyone, the envelopes aren't the gimmick. That's the gimmick is involved, obviously. But the envelopes aren't ungimmicked, aren't gimmicked, but no one needs to know that or see it, or they have the answers. That's one of the reasons why the window works, is because the window gives them the information that a normal banknight wouldn't, right? Because a normal banknight, you go, okay, if this is in this envelope, we need to see what's in the other envelopes, and there's naturally a process to that. But giving them the window automatically provides them, like spoon feeds them that information. And they don't need to think about it.
So I was just going to say, that brings us to a great point. One of the great things with this routine is that normally with Bank Night, it's got that tortuous moment of opening up envelopes. Let's just have a look what's in there. Let's root around inside of here. And, it's got a whatever. And there's some great versions of Bank Night out there, but all of them involve those moments of looking at it. This isn't about that. This is like I said, it's a sprint. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the magical reveal and the funny reveal. Because the truth is, you're going to show them this routine. You could open with it. It could be a middle. You could close with it. But for me, like I said, it's that first trick, and then it's let's say, for example, they miss out on the money, and you do the joke. You have to have a second go. Here's the high five. If that doesn't happen, you can immediately just go. They haven't won the money. You say, you know what? I'll give you another chance. Let's we're going to do something else with a banknote, and you're into a bill switch, or you're into, any other routine you want to do, or another game of chance, or another game. It's a thing that presentationally you can go, you know what? I'm taking the off ramp to another trick that feels like it's related, because there's so much in this presentation that allows you those jumping off moments.
Yeah, Steve Cook had
I was waiting for the hands. He didn't do the hands.
Wait for the hand. He said he would forget. Steve Cook, I think it was Steve Cook, had that 50-50 trick they did with Alakazam with the white and the black tin, if anyone remembers that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The 1 and 2. And that's something that fascinated me a lot. And actually, now that I think about it, that was another influence. So I created a 50-50 based off of Steve Cook's thing, but without the tins, because with what I wanted was, I was like, oh, the tins are cool, but I want people to see everything at the beginning. So instead of a 50-50 with tins, it was a $100 bill and a $1 bill folded up and then paper clipped, and I would put them out and go, you choose. I have something written on the bills, but you get to pick whichever one feels right to you. And maybe I'm putting the dollar bill closer because I want to influence you to pick that. Or maybe there's a green paperclip on the $100 bill because that's the one I want you to go for because it's green like money. Maybe that's attractive, right? And then having that cash kind of, and seeing how that played sort of led me to wanting to do it with more. And then I combined the two ideas.
Question came up before about, is there anything else you can put?
He didn't do the hands either. It was his idea, and they didn't. I'm waiting for the hands. We're also waiting for someone want to jump on. We wanted someone.
If someone hasn't seen the trailer,
yeah. Sorry, I hadn't done that yet. No, you talk.
No, forget it. We're not good at this.
We're going to have a boardroom meeting about all of this shortly. Do you know what? I think we've skipped the stage of someone seeing doing the live performance, unless something happens in the next 3 minutes. If not, we will play the trailer again in maybe 5 minutes' time, folks. So if you haven't seen if you haven't seen the trailer and you want to watch a live performance with the amazing Eric, sounds like his cartoon name, the amazing Eric, then we will. Eric can perform it for you live on our little. TV show here, fake TV show, or we will play the trailer again in about 5 minutes' time if that doesn't happen. And Andy says, the comedy does cover everything, and that's the big thing. Is this will suit so many people? Like for myself and loads of other magicians, I'm going for laughs with the magic. But even if it doesn't hit, one of my favourite things at Blackpool was demming it for people who didn't speak English as a first language, and they watched it with unblinking eyes for a moment because they were going, okay, I'm watching a magic trick. I don't want to be fooled because I want I want to know how the trick that's being demmed is done. And it got to the moment. One of my favourite things is you said, as I say, would you like to have another go? And then yes. In fact, Roddy's going somewhere.
Well, you carry on.
Someone would say, "Can I?" I'd say, "Do you want to have another go?" They would say yes after a pause, and I would do the high five thing, and there'd be a moment of silence where it's being processed and translated in their mind before massive laugh, which is really joyful. Because that is one of the things with the routine is that the sometimes the joke at the end takes a moment to register. It doesn't immediately click because it's just a joke that takes them a beat, and that's fine because you wait for a split second and then you're going to get the laugh.
Yeah, no, I've definitely done it for people where English isn't a first language, but like you said, you can just sort of gesture, or if it's loud, they don't need it. Maybe they speak English, but it's really loud. You can just be like,
Yeah.
0.1. Oh, okay. And then you can just show them, whatever.
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Sorry. I went to quickly look for a ruler, and of course, I always have a ruler lying about, but of course not now, because someone jumped in and asked about the size of the envelopes. They are 10 and a half centimeters by 7 centimeters, so 10 and a half by 7. These will fit in a wallet, like most wallets, I would say, pretty easily.
Here, let me help people that use actual measurements. Give me a second. This
Would
is
you want inches? I mean, come on.
6 and 3/4.
Just 4. In fact, I've got them actually marked on this mat that I was cutting them out from originally, and I can see the little marks still there. 4.2 by 2 point whatever inches. I don't know. 4 by 3-ish, something.
Imperial system forever.
Oh yeah, you don't need to worry. You will have the imperial system forever because America's not keeping changing their mind. Speaking of storing them, so they are tiny. They're a little bit bigger than a playing card, and than the poker size card. Tony Antonio, I was going to call him the leather hacker. That's kind of what he is. The mind hacker.
That's for the weekend.
Yeah. There's Eric showing. So it's a tiny bit bigger than a poker size card. Mind hacker will have these shortly on sale, which is a little leather holder wallet that's perfect size for holding your. Can't really see it against the black. Perfect size for holding. So if you're a gigging magician, you can just chuck them in here. Obviously, they are Tyvek, so they'll be grand in your pocket. But if you are a magician who likes to clad things in leather, and I know a lot of you guys are, then Tony's got these, or he certainly will have them very shortly.
Yeah, mine get a little, just because I've used them a bunch, it's hard to see on camera, but mine, because I've used them a lot, obviously, have just gotten a little dirty, but you can just, lick your finger and sort of rub it off and it's gone. I always keep mine in the box. This is how I transport them. I just keep them in the packaging and then keep them in my close-up case. Get to a gig.
Yeah, I kind of. Sorry, I was waiting for the. Have we stopped doing this? Can we do the hands when we want to speak? Like, put your hand up. So
yeah,
I am famously kind of not, what's the word I'm looking for? Reckless with my props. Everything just. If anyone's ever seen my close-up case, it's like an explosion in a magic shop. And so I haven't really taken particularly good care of mine. They just get thrown in with everything else, and they still look great. I mean, it has this little bit sticky on here, and I have not had to replace that, right? But that's the only thing. Sometimes you get a little bit of bend in there from opening and closing it a lot, and these have been used hundreds and hundreds of times. And the Tyvek was a great shout because I've not had any problem with these. And like Eric says, any little marks on them will wipe clean off. But Tony's little wallet is fantastic. And now I'm even though it's probably past that point, I'm now putting these into the little wallet. That's in my case now. And I feel a bit more of a grown up now because of it.
And if you do need. Thank you, beautiful. If you do need to give a little tickle, a bit more glue to the envelopes over time, get a little bit of blue glue or whatever repositionable glue, and you'll be able to pop them on. It'll be good as new. Chris said, when are they going to be stateside? Right now. They are right now. So order away, and we'll get those sent out to you the next day or so. We've got units in the US. I will assume that you guys all want dollars, but you'll pick within the drop down whether you want dollars, pounds, or euros. And like David Mead, who's an absolute hero, got all three types. You can switch out the notes yourself if you want to. in its very simple process. But if you are a busy gigging magician and you travel a lot, this might be a list of one of David. Then you can just have all 3 units, knowing that you've got the colours covered. Another thing that David mentioned before, absolutely true. Yeah, like I said, he's experience of doing it for 45 to 50 people in a room, and it working absolutely fine. So if you're doing that end of close-up show, which I know a lot of close-up magicians do, say I'll chuck in a 10-minute spot at the end for everybody as a big sort of finale. You think, I don't want to bring a load of stuff because I'm not charging extra for it, but I will delight in bringing along a small little thing. This could be your opener to your 10-minute sort of parlor set or stand-up set for 50 people.
Oh, can I? I'll just say something quickly. I get my hand up first. So yeah, going back to like the colours, this is related. I know I'm very like to go off on tangents, but the great thing about the colours as well is that, and we talk about this in the tutorial, is that you can dive into the psychology of this. You can make this last longer than a minute. You can make it 5 minutes. Like Noel said earlier, you can go into the real proper mentalism stuff. But you can still keep it light and talk about the various colours, and like Eric had said before about green being connected to money, or red being particularly in China is very close to being connected to money and wealth, and purple being a kind of royal colour. The one thing that I do when I perform this is at the start, when I start the blurb, I find that the red and the purple are the ones that are chosen more common, and Eric, is different from you. So what I do is I always start with them in the wrong order. And when I'm giving the blurb and I'm saying, I want you to choose one of these, and I'm deliberately looking at the back of them when I change the order of them, then I carry on with my spiel as if that was meant to do something, right? So you can pepper it with all sorts of little things like that, where you go to ask them and you look at them in the eye and say, actually, okay, what colour do you want? And you change the order of them and just throw them off with that kind of nonsense. But yeah, you could build this in with a big room. You could build this into 5-10 minutes, and the impact at the end just is brilliant. Sorry, it's me. You're supposed to put one hand up.
I was just going to say, one of my favourite things to do is I have them. I'm doing this sort of around the tables. I'll bring the envelopes out. I'll mix them around. I'll glance at them, which obviously will make sense at the end of the routine when I'm sort of. So I glance at them. I put them down on the table in front of me, and I say, "As a star prize, I go big on the star prize. Star prize, I really want you to win it. Loads of energy, something that's very not me. But I go big. I really want you to win. I'm so excited to win." And then I will mix them around, and then I'll say something like, "Oh, I just want to." So I just mix them around like that, completely free choice. And then I whisper to myself. I pick up the yellow one, which for me is the sort of the least named one. I glance down and go, "Oh, it's there." And I just sort of say it as if it's a nothing thing. And then they've got that little bit of a Darren Brown crumb, and people love that shit. So Roddy's great idea of choose the one that feels right for you, leave whatever's left for me. You can either do that as bone dry, just look them in the eye and say that line and wait for them to say, he meant that because that plus that, and that's how the trick works. Or you can do it with a little bit of a smile, and you don't have to you don't have to play that serious at all. And the other way of doing it, which is the way I absolutely love doing it, is with doing the Color Monty. I'm going to do some shit talking about not Color Monty, but I mean Hot Rod. I do the Hot Rod colour force as a joke, or certainly for magicians, saying name a colour, completely free choice. And you said yellow. In that case, YELLOW, as I go across the 4 envelopes and end up in a different colour. Magicians love that. Lay people just look at you completely baffled. But for magicians, I absolutely love doing the hot rod force. Right, we're going to play the trailer, I think, folks. So, Eric, do you want to introduce it again? Oh, Rod, how's something happening?
Absolutely. Wait.
No. You crack on. I was just going to back you up in what you were saying about the spelling thing. But yep, no, let's crack on with it.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it the best version, and did it get me squealing like a little schoolgirl? Absolutely. If anyone does bank night, then throw your bank night in the bin and pick up that one.
My name is Eric Stevens, and this is my brand new project, Bankable. It's the fastest, fairest, and most direct bank night routine, well, ever. You offer your participant a choice of one of 4 brightly colored envelopes. You explain that each one of the envelopes contains a special prize. I have 4 envelopes here of very bright colors. Here's the idea. Each one of these envelopes contains a prize. They're all really good, but only one is like, well, it's just a little bit better than all the others, and I want you to win it. So I'm going to try and psychologically influence you to pick it. Now, I'm not going to just tell you what it is straight up because that's no fun, but I am going to give you a shot, okay? So you take a second, and when you're ready, you tell me the color that feels right to you. I'll take what's left. Now, no matter what they choose, you'll open it to reveal a card that says, give the magician a high five. Which one? Purple one. You're absolutely certain. No last minute switchy?
Which colour would you like? The white and blue, that's the best one, that's the winner. It's the winner. Let's see, what did you win? Check it out. It's
Give Eric a high five.
Good one, yeah, high five, yeah!
Hell yeah, Rob. That's when you turn the tables and the envelopes around to reveal. But here's the thing though, I didn't give you all the information. See, all these envelopes, they have these little windows in them. I don't know if you saw that. I'll show you what I was looking at. But I mean, I'm pretty happy with a high five, are you? Because let's be honest, you know, money can't buy happiness. I really did try though, man. I'm so sorry.
Money can't buy happiness, right? Yeah. So you got to pick the best prize.
Money can't buy happiness, man. And that's when you hit them with the second high five.
Do you want another shot? Yes. Would you like another go?
Bankable never makes you feel like you're screwed over because it's a celebration. You can play it in a minute for laughs. There are no flaps to break, no arts and crafts. This is a 100-mile-per-hour fast and funny miracle. With brightly colored Tyvek envelopes, dry wipe index cards that are completely customizable. Now they come in pounds, euros, and dollars. But if you're using a different currency, it just takes 2 minutes to change the gimmick into anything you want. If you want an incredibly easy, fast-paced, high-impact mind-reading trick that has guaranteed laughs built right in, you need Bankable.
Yay!
Well done. Well done, Eric. Well done, all of us.
High fives for everyone. High fives.
Look at this. We've had a few messages. I just had a quick glance at my phone, and a few people saying that they've accidentally ordered the wrong currency. Send me a message, or send in a message to info@TrickTrickBoom or via the website, and I will get you sorted. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. So if you have sent a message about ordering the wrong currency, don't worry, we will look after you. It'll all be fine. Unless you're in the US and then you accidentally wanted euros or pounds, which I think is incredibly unlikely, as in America, we've only got dollars. But I think that'll be won't be a problem. But everybody else is being shipped from the UK, and I will look after you tomorrow when the orders get shipped.
Cool. So I was just going to say about the index cards. So we have said about them being dry wipeable. So they just look like a regular index card, but they are dry wipeable. So if you write on here with a Sharpie, then you just have to use a dry wipe pen to go over it. And you go over it over the Sharpie, and then it'll rub off if you want to change this. And I would say probably 95% of you will decide on one thing and keep it on there forever. I certainly have. But you could do, if you want, one could say, give Roddy a high five, although don't write Roddy on it unless your name's Roddy. And one could say, give Roddy a fist bump, give Roddy a hearty handshake, give Roddy a sloppy kiss, whatever. And then it's a bit of a surprise for you as well when you take it out, right? And then if you do it at the next table and someone has maybe seen it, they choose a different colour, they're going to get a different thing. You do what you like with it, right? If you've bought it, you do what you like with it.
You do you.
But you do you. But it is it's sort of all pretty much infinitely customizable. And like Noel said earlier, a great thing about using it at trade shows and stuff. Wow, what a great thing! You know, a little bowl of little pins to give people, little badges, and they win a badge. Hooray! And you give them a badge. Would you like another go? Okay, there you go again. Offer them a badge again. But yeah, okay. I'm supposed to do that when I stop, right? Go.
I know, but I also the desire to speak is so incredibly strong in me. Also, if people join this late, if people missed Eric's briefing, then they're going to think, "What is the matter with these three idiots that they brought?"
Why did they keep doing that? We just for anyone joining late, let's just say this quickly. That Eric had suggested we do this when we've stopped talking, and one hand to if you want to speak, because there's a time delay here, especially with Eric in America. So that's what's happening, and I am done now. And over to
I wanted to say, Jim asked ages ago, and sorry it's taken ages, can you put other things inside of the envelope? So obviously what you're getting with the product, if you are euro, pounds or dollars, whichever one you've ordered, you are going to get some movie money. We're just going to call it movie money. Some movie money, some not real dough. You're not getting a rebate. You're not getting more money back than the product cost. So but movie money is absolutely
from Donald Trump.
Absolutely great to and work be fine, that was thing. Can you put something else in there? Yeah, absolutely you can. I mean, you could vouch, I don't know, you could have something else in there. I don't know what it would be. Cash, I think, is the right thing, but you could method-wise do something else. Eric.
Oh, it is working. Great. No, one of the things you could do as well is like tickets to your show, right? So it could be just like a set of tickets. Like, oh, you could have won, you could have won tickets to the show, or you could have won cash, or technically, I guess you could put coins too. I never have, but I guess you could technically.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't, but you could.
No. Roddy.
No, I was just going to say if you did that, the tickets for your show, they'd probably be even more delighted to win high five. You know what I mean?
My eye, buddy, it's so itchy.
Oh yeah, don't talk about your eye. I've got a bad eye, which thankfully has managed to. It looked as if someone had punched me just before I went into an over-chlorinated pool, but it's managed to go down a bit. So yeah, but also let's not be rude, Eric. For goodness' sake,
right?
Americans
before there's a tear up between Roddy and Eric with legal action, another high-profile legal case. I'm going to draw festivities to a close in a moment. But first of all, thank you all for joining, and on this boiling hot, crazy evening, with us doing the world's sloppiest little live broadcast. But thanks for sticking with it. And if you've got any questions, drop us an email. Any questions at all, crack on, and I will answer. Yeah, Eric, anything else you want to say?
No, sir. I'm just grateful for everyone's support. This product has been a long time coming. I'm very, very proud of it. And obviously, you've seen all the wonderful things people have said, and it's very kind. But I really do think that if you pick this up genuinely, that you'll be happy with it. Like, we all know as producers of Magic that the market is oversaturated. Like, we don't need more tricks, right? Like, we all know that. But we can't stop that. Tricks are coming out every day, so might as well make sure that they're good. And that's one thing that I'm very proud to collaborate with Victor Boom on, is the high quality of the product, knowing that what you're getting is going to work and it's going to last. So, because I don't create magic for magicians, I create magic for me. And then when people meaning magicians, although I use the term people loosely, when magicians express interest, I say, hey, sure, maybe I'll consider it. And I was just I'm lucky that Roddy and Noel took a leap of faith and liked what I did. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate you.
No, Yeah, you did great stuff. Before we go, I'm going to answer two more things quickly. Nick said something which I meant to mention ages ago. Yes, you absolutely could. Harry de Cruz mentioned it to me. You could absolutely use this for a hug kill type routine and get double duty out of it, which would work great. There was something else I was going to answer. Oh, someone asked about what the hell's happening with Amazing Box and Ringo. It's a miracle I've lasted an hour without answering that. I can give you the good news is that the two of them are coming out together, and Ringo is all good, and Amazing Box, they will be the next products that Trik Boom release. That is absolutely our assurance. We're doing a little bit more problem solving with Amazing Box because we want it to be the worldy that we know it is. But when you see us next, it will be talking about Amazing Box and Ringo. I know there is a flood of excitement from you guys, and I promise you we will deliver a phenomenal product, but you just got to hang on just that little bit longer.
Yeah, we're so close. I mean, I just can't wait for it. I know people have seen Ringo at Blackpool, and as you all know, if you have seen it, sold out 4 hours. It was gone. But Amazing Box, less people have seen that. I cannot wait for you. So you're going to love it. It's one of my favourite things that we've ever created, really. So are we? Oh, are we over time now?
I think we're just. I'm going to do my TV presenter bit.
Eric could perform this live to someone in the chat if they just choose a colour.
Yeah, I can do it real quick. That's fine.
Yeah, good. All right, we'll do that then. So, the first person.
Who wants?
Well, Eric, you start it, and then we'll just do it like that.
Yeah, because I can't see who's in the chat, so
we'll tell you the first colour that's named.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we have 4 envelopes here, each one a different bright color. And I'm going to try and psychologically influence you to pick one in particular. Now, each envelope has a prize in it. They're all very good, but only one is just a little bit better than all the others. And I want to try and psychologically influence you to pick that one. Now, I'm not going to tell you what it is straight up because that's no fun. But I will do a little pushing here and there. Okay, I'm going to say this. All right, I'm going to have you name the color that feels right to you, and I'll take what's left.
Okay, so the
Roddy,
first
we've got a colour, haven't we, from Andy?
Andy wants purple.
Andy wants purple.
This, and I just said it because Andy wanted to hear last week.
No last minute switchy. You good? All right.
I'll answer for you. Yes, that's fine.
Okay. I'll bring this down so you can kind of see that they stay in. Let's take a look and see what you want, Andy. Right. Oh, sorry. Let me flip that over. It says, "Give Eric a high five." Oh yeah. I mean, I feel pretty good about that. You feel good about that? All right. Well, I have to admit, I did influence you. Remember, I said pick what feels right to you. I'll pick what's left. The purple was on the right-hand side. In fact, I had information you didn't have. You see, all of these envelopes, they have these little windows in them. I don't know if you could see that. In fact, I'll show you what I was looking at. This is what we like to refer to as bias. But I mean, hey, I'm pretty happy with a high five, Andy. Are you happy with a high five? Because money can't buy happiness.
Oh.
All right, better luck next time. Would you like another shot at it? Yeah. There we go, and that's big.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Eric. Right. That is it from us. Thank you all for being with us this evening for the last hour or so. We will see you all on the next one. Thank you all for the support, for all the orders for Bankable. If you got any questions, drop us a line. We are always here. Thanks very much. And now we're going to say,
high fives. Wrong way. Yeah, high five and waving.
High five, waving.